Looking to find out what's happening on the NDSU campus? Watch Bison Information Network News every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on Cable 1 Channel 70. This student-run weekly newscast covers relevant news and current events, entertainment, Bison sports, and more. Watch BIN News Fridays at 9 p.m., Saturdays at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m., and Sundays at 9 a.m. on Cable 1 Channel 70.
Bison Information Network News is brought to you in partnership with Cable 1.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Frisco, Texas, home of the FCS National Championship game featuring the number 1 seed, North Dakota State Bison, and the 3rd seed, Eastern Washington Eagles out of the Big Sky and NDSU out of the Missouri Valley Conference. While the weather today may not be perfect, the interviews inside were pretty great. And speaking of interviews, I had a chance to catch up with some of the Eastern Washington players to talk about Saturday's game. So take me back to the moment when you guys find out Guru goes down and Barry is coming in at quarterback. What's the team's mindset going into that, like the closing stretch of the season?
You know, it's whether whoever goes down, you know, we have to trust that the next man up will, you know, execute their job to the best of their ability. So whether it was, you know, EP or Gunner, you know, we just have full trust in them.
Last year you guys missed the playoffs. This year now you have a chance to play for a national championship. What is that? Did that motivate you guys last year that you got left out of the field and probably were on the first 4 out?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge motivation. We used like a chip on our shoulder, but, you know, we just took the time in the offseason and during season to work to the best of our abilities, and now we've earned a spot here. You guys
whooped up on Maine pretty good, 56-19, and you're still perfect on field goals this year. What's your secret to success?
I don't really know if I have a secret for success. You know, I just kind of approach each rep individually, and I just have trust that my teammates will do their job as they trust I'll do mine.
Is there something that you do before the snap, or is it just kind of, I'm just going to go out there, knock it through, and give my team some points?
Pretty much. I mean, it comes to a routine eventually. I don't think I have anything in specific that I do.
Sam, you guys have had a heck of a year, 12-2. Can't really complain. Two pretty good losses to good teams. Got revenge in the playoffs. Now on in the national championship game. What does this game mean to you guys?
So much. I mean, for all of Eastern, for all the alumni, all the former players, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and we want to go out there and make a statement for Eastern Washington, and this is just going to be an awesome experience.
Now in 2010, the controversy game, what we'll call it. I'm sure not for Eastern Washington fans. They're glad they went on to win the title, but we'll just call it that. Has that game been brought up at all or talked about during the week as maybe NDSU is going to use that as motivation?
Not this week. When we played them 2 years ago, it was brought up. I honestly don't know too much about it. I know it was like a last-second stop or a fumble on the goal line or something like that, but other than that, it hasn't been brought up at all.
What would it mean, because Coach Best's first title game, what would it mean for you guys to get him his first title as a head coach?
That'd be huge. I mean, NDSU obviously has something special where they're here every year, it seems like, for 7 out of the past 8 years or something like that. That's what we want to do. We want to build that at Eastern Washington. We want to make this a thing that we're always here. We want to leave a lasting mark on the FCS Championship like NDSU has. So it'd be awesome. You know, if we're to beat NDSU, it would just be unbelievable. It'd be just to win the national championship is just unreal and a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Now, 3 years ago, you guys almost beat them in the Dome. They took you to overtime. They beat you there. And then they handled you pretty well at your home field. Is this more of like, are you guys using the last year's game as we got to want to come out and beat these guys because how bad they beat us at home?
A little bit. I mean, we obviously want to protect the red. That's our saying at Eastern. But it was so long ago. We're a way different team. They're a way different team too. So we're not using it. We're not sore about that game, if that makes sense. Like, we don't care too much about it. Obviously, it's still in the back of our minds, but we're just going to go out there and play our game. You're
averaging 100 yards on the ground, or 100 yards on the ground per game. What do you kind of contribute that success to?
I mean, our offensive line, first off. I mean, they're blocking just massive holes. If you look at them, like, it's high school holes, really. It's really easy to run through. You can get to the second level, make someone miss, and then you're gone. And the rest of the running back room, that's really what it is, too. They push. I mean, we all push each other. With me, Antoine, Tamarick, and Dennis, like, anybody at any time can make a play. And it's just a blast. We all push each other. We all make each other better. And that's what's attributed to the success so far this season.
You guys have probably the most explosive offense in the country, even FBS, FCS. I mean, you guys in Oklahoma, if it was a shootout, I don't even know who I would take because it's just so that explosive. But take me back to the moment when you guys knew Guru Gage was gone for the year and Eric steps in. What What's the atmosphere like around the team at that point?
I mean, at first, I won't lie. I mean, it's tough news to hear. An All-American quarterback goes down. That's hard in a locker room to grasp all that. You definitely have some doubts. But then Eric stepped in, and it's just been unbelievable. Like, he's done all of that and then some. Like, this guy has taken over this offense ever since he stepped in and has made plays and just been unbelievable.
Now, I know you guys dealt with the suspension last game. Does that, when a player gets suspended, does that change the atmosphere in the locker room, around the team? Or do you guys just kind of rally around that one guy and just say, hey, you learned from your mistake. We're still behind you. We still support you.
Yeah, we definitely still support him. I mean, obviously he made a mistake, but I mean, we're all best friends. We're all family. We're all brothers. We rally around him, and he's still around the locker room, obviously. So it's just been we're all best friends. We don't care what he did. He's still part of this team, and yeah.
What would it mean to hand NDSU its first loss in Frisco? They're 6-0 down here, but what would it mean to make them 6-1?
It mean the world. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. This is the national championship. We're here for a reason. We came here for a reason. Obviously, we want to come out with that W.
Are you guys using the underdog role like the Eagles did last year for the Super Bowl? I know you're 13.5-point dogs right now. Kind of using that as motivation, or you guys just are like, we don't care about what we are. We know we're gonna play our best, and if that's not good enough, and if we play our best, and that's all we can ask for.
Yeah, it's definitely in the back of our minds, but at the end of the day, we're here for a reason. We know what we can do. So.
And your younger brother Cooper, how much success? You're seeing him have success in the NFL. How much does that help you in college?
It's been cool just seeing how hard he's worked and what it takes to get to that point. And I got a front row seat at watching that for my first 2 years of college, and seeing that I know that's carried over to now in the league, and so it's been pretty cool.
Has he helped you at all? Because he's a wide receiver and you're on the defensive side. I know you're a linebacker. Don't really probably play as much corners, probably what you could have played against him. But has he helped you become a better kind of cornerback / linebacker?
Well, yeah, just knowing the offensive schemes and what teams try to do, and he'll watch some film against guys who we're going to play and kind of ask questions and see what we've keyed on and kind of give his own little opinion on stuff. So yeah, he definitely does. He helps out a lot.
This NDSU offense puts up about 42 points a game, and your defense gives up 21. How are you guys going to be able to try to slow them down? Are they just going to get their points, or is it going to be back and forth?
Hopefully not. We just have to do our job when it comes down to it. We put a big emphasis on winning on first down and trying to get him in a bad situation on second and third down, and then obviously winning on third down and getting them off the field and our offense on the field.
Take me back to the moment when you guys lost Gage for the year. You find out Eric steps in. As a defensive player, is your mindset where going more, okay, we really have to elevate our play, because he was an All-American the past couple of years?
It was something that, we knew, we're going to take a hit, obviously. You lose an All-American quarterback, but we knew what Eric was capable of. And, obviously, at all times, we want to play our best on defense. And, it's something that we've really wanted to focus on, getting the ball back in our offense's hands all year. And so we didn't want to change that at all, obviously, when Eric came in. But we know, our offense is going to put points on the board, and it's our job to keep points off of the board for us.
With this offense being so explosive, and you guys could get off the field after being on the field for 8 minutes, and then they could just go down and score in 2 plays. Does that get kind of exhausting, or are you guys just the adrenaline just pumping through your body and you're just ready to roll?
Yeah, I think we really just feed off the offense. When they're rolling, we're ready to go. And it's our job to get off the field as fast as we can. So, hopefully we're not on the field for 8 minutes. Hopefully we're off in 3 plays and let them go do their job. But, when that does happen, we have a long drive and they go score. We really just feed off of them and, let's go out there, do our job really quick, and then get them back on the field.
What's it like playing in a big shootout game where game is 56-49 or 50-44 like it was 3 years ago at the Fargo Dome?
It's tiring. It's something that you want to avoid, but when you get in those games, it's about stealing possessions, and really sometimes it feels like I'll talk to my dad. Whoever has the ball last is going to win, and on defense, it's your job to stop them on no. And so any stop you can get in those games is big.
So what's it going to be like on Saturday? NDSU's got a pretty good offense. How do you plan on slowing them down?
Really just doing our job. We've got a game plan. Follow the game plan and go out there and make plays and take advantage of opportunities.